In the old days, during All Hallowtide, the time around our modern Halloween, bands of folk would go from door to door as part of an ancient tradition called souling. They came offering entertainment in the form of mumming and the singing of songs, as well as the serious service of offering prayers for the souls of the dead, prayers that could help the dead ascend from the miseries of Purgatory. All this in exchange for a bit of bright coin, or a traditional treat called a soul cake. We know that the tradition of souling dates back at least to the Middle Ages, though it's likely that it has even more ancient roots in the pagan rites of Samhaim. No specific medieval recipes for soul cakes have survived to the modern day, but from old descriptions and modern forms of the soul cake, we know that they would have been glorified with fragrant spices and bejeweled with dried fruits. There just so happens to be a recipe inscribed in the 14th century English cookbook, the Forme of Cury, that aligns with this general description and which has been used by historical reenactors as a model for what a medieval soul cake may have been like. That recipe is called Wastels Yfarced, or stuffed rolls, and describes a little roll, hollowed out, stuffed with sweet dried currants, fragrant spices, and eggs, tied up in twine and steamed to delectable perfection. Taka a wastel and hewa at the krummis, taka iron and shapis tallow and the krummis of the summer wastel, powder of fart and salt with saffron and raisins carounsa, and medla alla disse ifera and do it in the wastel, close it and binda it fast together, and saith it well. There is a very old souling song that has been passed down to us in folk tradition, and in that song the soulers sing, "A soul cake, please good mistress, a soul cake, an apple, a pear, a plum, or a cherry, any good thing to make us merry." Surely we will not be disappointing the soulers who come to our door asking for such delights as our combination of sweet dried currants, the mix of fragrant spices, and our powder of fort, I'm using cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and ginger, as well as a pinch of that ever-valuable saffron whose dye brings a bright golden glow to the mix, must make any of us merry. While I was reconstructing this treat, I loved imagining all the town-specific and even family-specific variations on the soul cake that must have existed back in the day. And much like most of us quickly learned which were the good houses at which to go trick-or-treating, I imagine that the medieval soulers must have similarly enjoyed certain soul cakes offered at certain dwellings more than others, and would especially look forward to singing up to the window casements of those houses each year. And with that, our soul cakes are complete. I find them to be perfect. They're just big enough to pass from palm to palm, to slip into the pocket to eat as the night unfurls, warm and steaming to drive away the cold, luxuriously fragrant and summer sweet. The perfect treat to delight the heart and warm the cold fingers of the soulers as they make their way through the dark autumn night, entertaining the living and praying for the dead.